Good evening, gentlefolk, and welcome back to Dark Souls 2. This episode will be an episode of apologies for starters. There hasn't been an episode in almost a week, and some progress wasn't recorded. The reason for the absence of videos is some unfortunate family affairs that prevented me from recording. They are resolved now, and the daily recordings should resume. And as for the missing episode, I recorded one yesterday, but none of my voice was not captured for the entire 20 minutes, which was unfortunate because we did some awesome stuff. I jumped down the great hole in the middle of Majula. Jumped from beam to beam, wearing the clown pants. Otherwise, if you don't wear anything to keep from taking damage, you will most likely die from fall damage. But using the clown trousers I bought from Magirold at the Iron Keep, I lived, and jumping from beam to beam, I ended up in the Grave of Saints, an area full of rats and a unique covenant that will summon you and murder you, kind of like the Bell Tower Covenant, with some minor differences. Only ever active in the Grave of Saints and a later place called the Doors of Pharos, or the Gremlins, as I call them, where I was summoned by one of these Rat Covenant Rat Bros, they are called. Where I was summoned by one of the Rat Bros and proceeded to murder him, which was wonderful. Went through the graves, fought a boss there. Not a terribly exciting boss. It's a large number of rats, simply. One of the rats being kind of special, and once you kill that one, you're good and done, and the boss is over. And you meet a rather interesting NPC, which I'm sad you missed, but look up the Grave of Saints on the old YouTubes. I'm sure someone competent will have a link there for you. The NPC in question allows you to enter the Rat Covenant, should you so desire. But you can hunt people down in exchange for... what's the reward now again? You get Pharos Lockstones, and eventually he'll start showering with you with rewards if you bring him enough rat tails. That's another reward. Let's see. Below the Grave of Saints, which we then descended, there's a bit of a passage. Some wooden structures, pretty much like this, but better lit, which is not difficult. Went through there, and ended up here in this dark hellhole of wood and agony. Rather interesting place, actually. And we ran around here for a bit. Took out an invading NPC phantom. Collected a twinkling titanite. And well, here we are in the lovely gutter. So you didn't miss anything major. Oh yeah, we had a bell tower invasion too. That ended up really well as well. So that was cool. All in all, it was a very successful episode. I'm sad you missed it, but I can only blame myself and hope that it's being recorded this time. Actually, I'm going to take a break and make sure this is actually recorded. See you in a short bit. And welcome back. Yes, it does indeed seem to pick up my voice this time. So you will only have lost 20 minutes of recording. Yes, it is a shame you missed the PvP part. So it's some of the more successful I have done in a while. I could of course be making that up. Actually, it wasn't 2, it was 5 people at the same time. I just owned them. I was incredible. You should have seen it, or you should not have seen it. You would have lost faith. You'd never have PvP'd again, because somewhere out there I would be. Yes, as a story, and I'm sticking with it. Not actually what happened at all. But one of the characters I faced was rather interesting. I faced a character wearing the weird and bulky armor of a certain Sigmire of Katarina, one of my favorite NPCs from Dark Souls 1. So it was Mildred Maneater versus Sigmire. It was a Dark Souls 1 reunion. It was quite beautiful. You know what? I'm actually going to... What's making that noise? There's a dog somewhere. I don't like it. Don't like it. Go away. I'm going to equip the Bell Tower Covenant thing again. Oh my lord! Did you see that guy? Goodbye. I guess he was the one doing the breathing. I keep putting out my torches. That's not very smart. You know what? Screw the torches. I know the way. Actually, no. Let's not screw the torches. It would be painful. Never screw torches. That's my lesson from me to you. Do not actually screw torches. They are splintered. They are covered in chemicals to make them burn better. It is not a good scene. You'll go to the hospital with the weirdest injuries, and everyone will judge you. Your family will disown you. It'll be an ugly scene. Don't actually screw torches. No, I'm going to light them because this area, while initially just darkness and a little circle of light around you, eventually becomes quite beautiful with all the flaming torches in the distance. Every one of them a little island of light, of luminescence. Hey, what are you dropping there? You sneaky bastard. Those statues are a nuisance. Hey, that's a torch. That was the dumbest thing I've done in a while. Apart from not recording my audio. Last episode, of course. That was by a long shot dumber, but this is a good second. In the great competition of stupid shit I do. High stakes competition. You'll have to be pretty damned stupid to make it to the list. Did I? Ah, confusing myself. Quite sorry indeed. See, I don't have to two-hand it to defeat those. Silly man. Let's see here. Lighting another one. There was an area before where I ascended a ladder and lit a torch, only to climb straight down again. You need a key to pass further into that area. It contains possibly, no, definitely, the most powerful armor in the game. To the point where it's gotten quite a bad reputation, or rather people using it have gotten a bad reputation. It is the armor of tryhards without style, people who want to win at all costs. Perhaps a bit unfair. It is quite a beautiful set of armor, really. Oh dear Lord, that lad is dead. It is quite a beautiful set of armor, but it is abused to such a degree that it's generally a deserved reputation. I say generally. Let's see here. There was a shortcut you could take somewhere around here. Is it there? Should be dogs watching that area. The floor's gonna collapse at some point. No, it's over there I want. Ah yes, I can jump from over there. It's a safer jump. Down the path I planned to descend, there's a jump you have to do with poison spewing statues, a rogue bastards on the other side. And as anyone can tell you, I hate jumping in Dark Souls. It's quite miserable. I fail at it a lot. Almost got poison there. Through negligence. Wouldn't have mattered though, because yes, horrid looking, is it not? As I put out a torch, I will relight it on the other torch. Don't worry, I know what I'm doing. No, I don't. Ah, yes. Pretty little darling, isn't it? It's actually entirely harmless, and you gain very little from killing it. It's quite adorable, I find. I'm in favor of most insects. Definitely not all of them, but yeah. And the gas it expels actively cures poison. So, ow. Dear God, go away. So if you should get poisoned, in this particular area you can actually run into that cave and have the bug beast cure you. Which you will do gladly, because it is nice. I have got to stop doing that. Ah. Now I'm not telling you where I'm going. Negligence. Ugly, ugly negligence. Pathetic. Pathetic, I tell you. Oh well, the area is soon over, soon we'll get to rest, and refill our things. Well, this is unfortunate. I hope I don't keep the poison into the bell tower. Because that would make for a very uncomfortable round, really. Come on, I'm not poisoned. I'm not poisoned. I'm not poisoned. Yes! What if this will cure my poison? Hello, Sugar Clover. Oh, I love that weapon he has. Well done, sir. Good taste. Darling. That was certainly odd. Huh. That was unusual. Well, if you start... Look, if you start chugging Estus flasks when I'm approaching you, you've only yourself to blame. I'm terribly sorry. I will not pull my punches. I bow to you, you have plenty of chance. Should have started with the potions, I would have waited. Ah, but I'm justifying my massacre, which I don't need to do. I felt like killing and I killed. I'm Mildred Maneater. That was very nice. I'm not even angry that I got hit, because that was beautiful. 4 zombies, 1 blow. Should put up a plaque. Now I'm just being confused. Sod it. Had I gone down the floor in the previous area, I would have ended up here. Sufficient to say, you don't need to know the path. You will soon enough, if you actually go here, which I think you should. It's a good game. You should play it. You will enjoy it eventually. You will hate it to begin with. Let's be fair. Everyone hates Dark Souls when they first play it. That's a pretty gross generalization, but that's the idea. You see, people talk a lot about the difficulty of Dark Souls, which is a slight exaggeration. Only a slight, though. It is rather unforgiving, but the biggest problem with it is not the actual difficulty. Once you've learned how to control the game, you don't die that often, and even new areas seldom kill you more than once at most, and that I don't feel is unreasonable. Ah, a depetrifier. Not lighting that torch, whatever. But the problem Dark Souls have is that the learning curve, what you need to know to get into the game, is rather steep and unforgiving. When you first start to play it, it will smack you on fingers again and again and again, until you've picked up the groove of the game, how it does things. But once you get past that hurdle, it's really quite wonderful. I can't recommend it enough. Which is, after all, why I'm playing it. Shut up, Emmy, I'm talking. I'm promoting the game. You want to meet new people, don't you? Yes, we'll go with more vitality. Again, to compensate for my really rather heavy weapons that I am and I will continue to wield through this playthrough. I've not kept time very well, but I think we still have time. Yes, I should be able to take out the boss here. Now this area is really rather nasty. The bioluminescent moss hanging around means that it's not as dark and dreary as the last place, but It's chock full of poisonous statues. They are freaking everywhere, and I hate every single one of them. You know, there's a bonfire at the end. I can just destroy them with my mighty sword. This weapon is really rather durable. I can't believe I haven't used it before. This particular playthrough. It's really impressing me in many, many levels. There is a place where I can jump down here. Where did I put it? Ah, this must be the place. Had I been wrong there, that would have been awkward and left me dead. Very, very dead. Would have been very awkward. And here Lucatiel is hiding out. You can, if you approach the ledge, you can see a little lip, a little rock lip popping out.
Oh, you, my thoughts are very scattered. What is this curse? The question rings in my mind, but I haven't the focus to answer it. Loss frightens me no end. Loss of memory, loss of self. If I were told that by killing you I would be freed of this curse, then I would draw my sword without hesitation.
And be utterly murdered.
I don't want to die. I want to exist.
So don't draw your sword,
I would
please.
sacrifice anything at all for this. It shames me, but it is the truth. Sometimes I feel obsessed with this insignificant thing called self. Even so, I am compelled to preserve it. Am I wrong to feel so? Surely you do the same in my shoes.
Ah, look at the sympathy in her eyes. Of course you would.
Maybe we're all cursed.
Yes,
The moment we're born.
sympathetic glare. Sympathetic glare. Manita cares so much. Oh, she cares.
Sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we're all in the moment.
Poor Lucatiel. It's gone a bit gothic. Never go full goth, Lucatiel. Terribly sorry, but never go full goth. It's not a thing you do. Should investigate the puddles. No, let's not investigate the puddles. Let's not do that. God's sake! It's your fault. Blaming you, lizard. Damn, she kills those fast. Best character, 2015. Stop shooting me! God's sake, I'll murder you all. You will not survive this. Scraps of life. God's sake! Maybe should equip some poison moss actually. Cures poison instantly. You know, I have a bit of a problematic mindset when it comes to games like this. I suffer from what's known as too good to use syndrome. Yes, such suffering. Wow. I will not use one-use items because I keep waiting for the right time to use them. It's never the right time to use them. I better save it till later. What if I need it and don't have it? Oh dear lord! I lived. Damn those statues! They're working in tandem. I will not have it. Not in my cave. Yes. Oh dear. They only make that attack when they, at first, jump out of the ponds. Yeah, there. You stand in front of the face there, they will pick you up and deal massive damage. Luckily, Manita is a tough old bird. I will not be discouraged by such. Ah, yes. We're approaching the boss. This will be the last thing we do before we finish the recording. Pray for us, for we're going in. The angriest boss of all. Make sure you get that bonfire, it makes things so much easier. Don't shoot me. Please don't shoot me. It would be very unfortunate. Yes. Die, stupid statues. Die! They are so annoying. You will learn to hate them. You will learn to hate them. Lucatiel. Her pathing can be a bit suspect. There was a forum post Wait. Ah. Isn't he handsome? Well, I suppose. Doesn't work that way, you bastard. Ah shit, he heard me. I love this boss. I just freaking love it. What exactly are you screaming with, sir? Sir? Sir, would you mind answering a few questions? Have you accepted man-eater Mildred as your lord and savior? No? You will. Oh yes, you will! You will rue the day you pulled a blade on me. Yes, as we may have discussed earlier, Lucatiel is terrible at dealing damage. Whoops! You really don't want to be close to that. Like I was. Oh dear. Yes, she's good at keeping bosses' attention. And she's kind of durable. Kind of. Oh dear lord, she's doing it again. I hate that attack. By the time you can see it, it's usually too late. Don't stand in the lava, you daft bint! I want to finish your quest line. You can't die. No, the rotten don't. Can't pull that off 3 times. Dear lord, the nerve of you. Goodbye, gothy lady. Goodbye. Goodbye. Yes, that's the second of the 4 major bosses you need to defeat to access the castle. So yeah, and 45,000 souls. Ah, feels good. Feels very good. Like I said, I hope to get our vitality up to 20 before we proceed. Before we proceed? Well, as we proceed. Before we proceed to upgrade other things. Yes, that'll suffice. Yes, Primal Bonfire. Over there is the first DLC, what's traditionally known as the first DLC. We will be going there later. You will enjoy it. I will at least. The DLCs they made for the game are brilliant, quite brilliantly made. I've enjoyed every one of them. I finished every one of them. But until next time, I have been Screamy and you have been a wonderful audience. So sorry for the missing footage, as well as the delay. It will probably happen again, but hopefully not for quite some time. Goodbye.